Are happy to welcome back to the broadcast Pulitzer Prize-winning science reporter Laurie Garrett. She's a columnist for Foreign Policy magazine and the author of several books, including The Coming Plague. She's also, lucky for us, an MSNBC science contributor. So this, I have a million questions about this, but what does herd immunity look like when there is no treatment and there is no vaccine? Seems like a lot of people could get deathly ill.
Well, we don't really have a precedent. We've never really said, let's just hold out for herd immunity for any disease, much less a disease that has a lethality rate somewhere in the 1% to 2% level. So herd immunity implies, I mean, this is about the herd, you know, a bunch of cows, a bunch of sheep, what have you. And it implies that you're willing to tolerate a certain level of loss and death and suffering in hopes that a significant percentage, 80%, 70%, whatever it turns out is the magic number of the herd, develops effective antibodies against the virus, and then the virus simply can't spread anymore. The only country that has blatantly tried this policy is Sweden. The UK toyed with it, attempted it, saw it backfire, saw a high mortality rate among its senior citizens, and backed off.
I want to ask you, I mean, if we're sending kids back into the classroom before we have a vaccine, that's Donald Trump's policy. A lot of school districts and teachers have objected, and I think 4 of the 5 largest school districts in the country are starting remote, and we're sending, he wants all businesses open. I mean, the president ran a convention last week in which the pandemic isn't ravaging the country. He had 1,900 people sitting maskless and very close to each other at his event. I mean, are there surreptitious ways for Donald Trump to push the country toward doing this, even though it's not what Tony Fauci or Deborah Birx or anyone has recommended?
Nicole, at this point, we have a long list of things that have happened in the administration just in the last 3 or 4 weeks that indicate there's a pell-mell rush to come up with some magic formula whereby the president can declare before November 3rd of this year that the situation is under control and the virus is in the rearview mirror. So he's pushing, I mean, he's rumored to be in conversations with AstraZeneca to buy in advance massive quantities of the British-made potential vaccine, not yet proven, still in its developmental stage. They're pushing hard on the other American-based vaccine manufacturers, particularly Moderna and Pfizer, to get their clinical trials, get through fast, fast, fast. Don't waste time with all this safety stuff. Don't slow it down. Let's go, 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 go. And similarly, we've had one treatment shoved out the door after another, even over the objections of the scientific community, even the FDA's own internal scientific advisory boards. And now we have a whole new set of testings being rolled out, none of which have been subjected to kind of standardized formulas for determining how they compare to other tests, what their reliability, their sensitivity is, and so on. So I think if you put it all together into a package, what you see is a mad rush for September and October. He's got, 6, maybe 8 weeks to come up with some way that he can really say to the American people, convince all those on the fence, hey, it's okay to go back to the bar. It's okay to hang out in the shopping mall. It's okay to go back to work. And most of all, it's okay to go to school, even though every single university that has opened so far with students on campus is getting explosive spread of COVID. And every school district is terrified that the same will happen with the younger children. And it's just, it defies all credibility. He's undermined the reliability of the CDC, the FDA, the NIH, every single agency that in normal times, remember normal times? In normal times.
Barely.
would be how we as the public knew this is true, this is not true. This is safe, this is not safe.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.